Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another one of these DC MCU concepts, or replacing the MCU with the DCU. And this is going to be part number 18, and it's going to be replacing Black Panther with Aquaman 1. I'm just going to simply call this movie Aquaman. As I've said before, I just want to keep kind of like the first solo movies kind of like as the name by itself, instead of putting like Aquaman Lost at Sea or something. But yeah, let's get into it. So in terms of this movie, in terms of plotting, in terms of casting, there's one major change. I want to say this right off the bat. A major change is going to be that Aquaman will instead be played by Chris Hemsworth, for a more comic accurate Aquaman in terms of his appearance and stuff, and also a lighter tone and stuff. Don't worry, Jason Momoa is being casted as another character that I think he fits very well, uh, which will be later seen, hopefully soon. Um, yeah, but that's essentially all that I'm going to really change as far as casting goes. Um, so yeah, similar to the first movie, or sorry, similar to the one that's in the DCU already, I am going to pretty much essentially revolve this movie heavily around Aquaman, basically essentially reclaiming the throne of Atlantis from his half brother King Orm. Now, firstly, it's gonna work very, very, very similar to uh, the way the first Aquaman movie went, but I'm going to make a few changes. Starting number one, I'm going to change. I'm going to change the part with Black Manta. Now, what I plan to do is actually the similar way in Aquaman 1, when Aquaman essentially saved the sailors from the hijackers, who was led by Black Manta at the time, and Black Manta's dad died. Essentially, I'm going to do the same thing, but instead, Black Manta, he's going to escape. And instead of seeing him again in the movie, we will not be seeing him again. He will not take on Aquaman at all. Actually, I plan on saving that for the second movie instead. So essentially, he's just gonna wander off, and we're gonna be like, "What happened to that guy?" That's exactly what's gonna happen. Now, for those reasons, cutting out, I'm gonna add in more King Orm in the movie. I mean, I think King Orm is pretty good, so that's a big reason why. I'm not gonna add in so much like it's unbearable or something. I'm just gonna add in a lot more action scenes. Imagine it this way, especially when it comes down to things. Um, those scenes with Black Manta, or the scene with Black Manta basically attacking Aquaman, before will just be like kind of like Atlanteans attacking him essentially. Uh, so that's for sure. Now, when it comes down to exactly how Aquaman is a character, I'm actually gonna switch it up a little bit more. Now, in my fully well opinion, I really enjoyed Aquaman. I'll say that right off the bat. I really enjoyed it. Uh, just and I really enjoyed this aspect of the movie too. I mean, I liked how it was darker toned, especially when it came down to Aquaman. I thought it was pretty interesting and fresh take. But in my opinion, there's a lot of darkness already going around in the DC universe right now, at least in this one that I'm creating right now. So I'm gonna make Aquaman a little bit more lighthearted when it comes down to Aquaman's character. Like, of course, he's gonna be mad and stuff. Of course, that's generally what's gonna happen. Like, of course, he's gonna be like very pissed and stuff that Atlantis basically casted him away. He thinks killed his mother, which is another thing, a change just now that I'll talk about just now. Um, yeah, but he's gonna be like a little bit more lenient to be learning and stuff, in terms of exactly what he does and stuff like that. Like, he'll understand a little bit more. I feel like it'll change his response as well, because again, he has been in the other previous DC movies, so it'll change up a little bit in terms of uh how his attitude essentially is towards this stuff. Like he'll be like, imagine it's more balanced in between now Mira and him in terms of wanting to do this. Like he wants to do this to kind of stop it. And also, I want to say, like, maybe perhaps even to Aquaman's father supportive of this decision. He's literally like, you need to go, son. You need to do this. Prove everybody wrong. Stuff like that. Like, I feel like that should have been said in the original movie as well. So, in terms of his, again, this is going to be more of like a comic accurate-ish movie as well. So, yeah. Second change I'm going to change is um, the fact that Aquaman's mother survived essentially. I'm actually gonna keep it so that she actually is dead. I feel like it's more meaningful as well. I feel like it's a lot more meaningful with her being dead. I mean, it just feels like everything was erased in that movie in terms of his feelings towards her. So that's another thing. I definitely think I'll do that with that. Um, so yeah, basically it'll be his quest to getting the golden trident and everything. And one thing I want to add in a little bit more, just to connect it more towards the rest of the DCEU franchise, I guess you could say. Is I'm gonna like name drop a lot of stuff. Like for example, uh, King Orm is going to say stuff like, "These stupid Justice League, you think you can run off and join them, and you're just one of us again," or something like that. Like that's what he's gonna really be saying, going towards Aquaman, basically insulting him, and also name dropping a lot of the Justice League and stuff. So we're gonna see that happen a lot. Now, in terms of again, like the conclusion and everything, it's gonna be basically the same. Whereas in the end, he's going to end up being crowned essentially the king of Atlantis. So that'll happen. In terms of post credit scene, it's going to be a lot, not a lot similar, but similar to the Aquaman post credit scene, where we're gonna actually end up seeing, um, we're gonna see Red Eyes on the screen in the Black Manta mask, and he's gonna be like, "I'm going for Aquaman," basically. So that's what's gonna happen in the next one. And oh, in terms of King Orm and stuff, King Orm will end up, unfortunately, one change I wanted to make was actually that King Orm actually dies. I'm gonna say this, just because I feel like it's again more meaningful. I mean, as much as I liked how he survived in a kind of a redemption arc, I feel like in the end it's gonna die. He's gonna die kind of similar to the way Killmonger died, in the sense that they're fighting each other and then Aquaman basically essentially kills him, and then he's like, and then Aquaman's like, "I'm sorry, brother, I had to do this," and stuff like that, and like he's like kind of sad about it and everything, and then King Orm is literally like kind of like not a redemption arc, but he's kind of like, "I'm sorry for our mother," and stuff like that. He's not gonna go through a full redemption arc, but he's gonna go through something at least. And that's when Aquaman basically essentially becomes king of Atlantis. Everybody crowns him and everything. So that's essentially what's gonna happen. Anyways, comment down below what you guys think of this idea. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But anyways, that's pretty much it though. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.